all of the things that are going on inside of our head. So if you're starting to embark on something like a New Year's resolution, and you say, okay, I'm gonna try to lose some weight, or I'm gonna try to embark on an exercise program, you have to really sit and be quiet and hear what happens on the inside. Because if there's a little voice, coming at the background saying, you'll never be able to do this, so why bother?
Right.
You want to really pay attention to that voice. And simply by noticing that voice, you have some distance between you and the voice. And the moment you have that distance, in gremlin taming we call it the sliver of light. Anytime you have that sliver of light, then you become the one that witnesses the conversation.
Oh, cool.
And as the one that witnesses it, then you can say, you know what, I don't want to hear this bunk. I don't have to buy it, This is not what I want. Now, occasionally you'll hear something that has some value, like eat your vegetables, you schmuck, or you're gonna die, So the eat your vegetables, what I always say to people is take what you want, just imagine what you're hearing on the inside is a great big bowl of vegetables.
Okay.
Take out what you want,
Right.
and leave in what you don't want to eat.
Very good.
Good analogy. So a lot of times it's like, okay, eat your vegetables.
Yeah.
That's an okay thing to eat, to take.
Yeah.
But you schmuck, you're going to be a louse if you're never going to get it together. The judgment is the piece that most of the time is what comes along with that. So leave the judgment in the bowl, or anything else that you don't want. And you might not want anything that comes out.
Right.
But the most important piece is that you notice that the conversation's taking place. And you really do want to, vision is so important in making changes in your life. So if you don't have some kind of a vision of yourself, of what you're trying to create, and a really good why, if you just want to lose weight, if you just want to lose weight, but you don't have a good, because after that statement, then the tough times, it's going to be more challenging for you to turn down the extra glass of wine, or the extra cookies, or the pasta. Ice cream. That's a hard one.
Absolutely. So Jane, losing weight requires changing some habits. So tell us a little bit more about that.
Habits. Habits are so important, and it's really easy to get ingrained in old habits. We talk about comfort zone a lot when it comes to change, that people don't want to get out of their comfort zone, and of course that's why it makes it so difficult to change some of these habits that have been with people their entire life in some instances. So it's interesting though, one of the things that I see happening a lot is when people go to change habits, they forget that they want to change the habit in the first place. And it seems like such a simple concept, I'm going to change a habit, but I have to remember that I want to change that habit. And I don't think that this is just something that happens for people with ADHD, but it happens really across the board. That monster of the mind, that thing we term gremlin, really one of his biggest tricks is distracting you from what's really important to you. So it's really important to have people around you. That's why support groups and checking in with things like Weight Watchers and online with other buddies and checking in with friends, going through support groups and things like that. Those things are really awesome reminders of how to change these habits and to continue to have that vision of who you really want to become. So so reminders are super important. People really easily get distracted by what's in the refrigerator, or conversations that people are having about great ice cream and that kind of thing.
Or stuff that's just hanging around the house that maybe you shouldn't even have around the house in the first place. Too.
Those
kind of things.
Yeah, exactly. And there's a lot of habits, family habits. My husband loves to go get ice cream at night. Well, you can't do that all that often because look out,
Yeah, right.
So so we've had to find different ways to have some, it's evening entertainment without actually having it be around food.
All right. Well, so Jane, thank you for sharing your words of wisdom on weight loss with us. Now let's go ahead and start making some delicious protein shakes with Vima.
All right.
All right. Why don't you go ahead and tell us a little bit about the body shake?
All right. Well, this is a protein shake is created by Chris Powell, who is, if you've ever seen the Extreme Makeover Weight Loss Edition, Chris Powell is the creator of this shake, and he's worked in conjunction with the Vima Nutrition Company. So we've been really excited to have Chris's input on this. It's an amazing, it's so delicious. It's this particular one, there's two flavors. There's vanilla ice cream and there's chocolate ice cream, and they are so good.
And that's what it tastes like, ice cream.
Isn't it amazing? It's really hard to find a protein shake that tastes so
Yeah,
good.
it's amazing.
Yeah, they hit it on
It really
on
is.
the head.
So now
Yeah.
I understand there's a lot of vitamins in this and some mangosteen. Maybe you can tell us a little bit about that.
Right. So every product that the Vima Nutrition Company puts out has approximately 1 ounce of the Vima formula. Vima stands for, it's an acronym, stands for vitamins, essential minerals, mangosteen, and aloe vera.
Oh, wow.
And it's the mangosteen that actually, and there is just about 1 ounce of the Vima formula in the shake. The shake, by the way, has 16 grams of protein, 7 grams of fiber, and 24 carbs in this, just for people that are interested in knowing that. So the mangosteen is a fruit called the queen of fruits. Comes from Southeast Asia.
Wow.
It's been around for about 400 years, actually, as far as we know of. It's only been in the United States since about 2006.
Look at that. That's really amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
So this is just the part you eat right in here, right?
Right in here, yes.
Okay.
What's unusual about the Vima Nutrition Company, though, when you're out in the woods and you're going to open one of these up, or like we open one, we don't eat this pericarp on it because it's not.
Okay. Yeah, it's pretty hard.
It's really hard, yes.
Yeah.
And what the Vima Nutrition Company has done is they've created a proprietary way to extract the xanthones that are in here. So the mangosteen has huge antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties, so it's incredibly effective for a lot of people in terms of things like blood pressure, cholesterol, lowering blood sugar. I mean, the list can go on and on and on. If you take a look at vmastories.com, you will be shocked by all the different things that people have been experiencing with the mangosteen and minerals formula.
Right. Well, even your husband, I think you told me, has been taking that, and he has had some real improvement with his, blood pressure?
Blood pressure and cholesterol are lower than they've been for years, which shocked us both. My husband's a physician, so he was initially a bit of a skeptic.
Yeah.
And this totally changed his mind. And for me, too, I was lactose intolerant for 10 years. And I started using the BODY program, and had no clue, actually, that it would even impact that lactose intolerance, but it did. So, yahoo, I don't have to have those little Lactaid tablets anymore.
All right, very good.
Yeah.
Okay, so why don't we get started? Let's start with our vanilla shake.
All right.
And